What's going on, YouTube? This is Marvel DC Bros, and today we're coming at you with our Flash Season 2, Episode 9 review.
So we're going to give our top 5 moments of Tuesday night's episode, which was the Christmas episode, which I will just start off by saying I'm obsessed with it.
It's crazy good. So, our first moment from Tuesday night's episode is Dr. Wells and Zoom's, weird dream-looking sequence, and then, later on in the episode we find out what it was. At the beginning, whenever Zoom said Merry Christmas, it was obviously a tip of the hat to last year what Reverse Flash said when we found out he was Harrison Wells. This year, we weren't so lucky to get the mask off, but something else crazy happened. Wells decided to team up with Zoom to take away Barry's speed by making him faster, which was like a crazy reveal. And it was almost as good of what would have been if he would have taken his mask off. But anyways, it was crazy to see that Barry had just forgiven Dr. Wells for everything that he had done to him in his previous self, and now he's just about to destroy the reputation and everything. And when Barry finds out, he's going to be devastated again. So I just can't wait to see where this storyline goes because it looks really promising. So it gets a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, I loved this whole Harrison Zoom thing because I just think it was a cool dynamic, and we kind of get to see the old evil Wells coming back. I thought it started off and it was kind of like a not a plot twist, but it was just like a good dynamic to the show, and I was just kind of like, what's going on, all this stuff, and it was exciting to see. And then now I feel like we're going to get more of Wells, which I love Tom Cavanaugh, so I'm always down to see him. So I was just really excited, and I think it's a good arc of the show. So thumbs up for me. So our second moment from the episode was the whole Iris, Barry, and Joe, Iris telling Joe that he has a son, and that whole scene of them together. I mean, it was crazy. I got the chills. Candice Patton nailed that scene. The emotion she brought to it, just the chemistry between the three of them. I mean, I'm getting the chills right now just talking about it. It was mind blowing. She was incredible, and it was just I can't. This is more of just a bragging about Iris thing. Just incredible. It was I mean, they took way too long to bring this into the storyline, but the way they did it was a huge thumbs up. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I really liked this scene as well. At the beginning, Barry was like, Joe, we have something to tell you. And then Iris just no, she was like, no, Barry, I can do this. That was phenomenal acting by Candice Patton. That was one of the best acting sequences I've seen by not just a woman actor, or it was one of the best acting performances that I've seen from any actor, period, on TV. I don't know if I'd go movie, but it was up there in anything that's ever been put on. Just the way that I'm sure everybody that was watching got chills, and to say that for an actor, period, is just crazy. The scene got a huge thumbs up for me just because of the emotion. You could feel the angst on TV and everything. It was I love that scene. I can't say enough of it, so I'm just gonna stop talking now by saying I love that scene. So our third moment from the episode was Mark Hamill as the trickster, not Luke Skywalker. It was Mark Hamill is hilarious in this role. He fits it so well, and everything that he does is just hilarious. Whenever he was Santa or whatever, and he was giving the kids the bomb, he was don't open that too soon or whatever. I started laughing at that. And then whenever Barry's lightning eyes came up, he was like, oh crap. And then he was tied to the pole or whatever. And just everything that Mark Hamill does is crazy. And so I love him as the trickster. I just wish he wasn't on there once a season. I wish that he was there 2 or 3 times a season, because he's just such a scene stealer, and he adds such a dynamic to the show because he doesn't have powers. He's just so smart. So anyways.
Yeah, this scene got a huge thumbs up for me. I love Mark Hamill, fell in love with him as Luke Skywalker, and when he talks, I can't help but picture the Joker. I mean, he's crazy. And he's also Solomon Grundy on Justice League. That's random, but I did not know that. It was really random. But anyway, it was just such a good scene. He's such a terrific actor, and I think like his whole trickster, like the Joker, like that's him. Like, and then going to see watching Star Wars, it's like it's not the same at now that when you know it's him and like he plays all these silly roles. It's like it's great that the guy's kind of like a chameleon. Like, I mean, I would never expect him to have like a serious like badassery role like Luke Skywalker. After if I would have, you know, watched Star Wars after I saw, you know, the Flash and the Joker and stuff like that. So it was just a really good scene. He's just really awesome and total scene stealer, as he said. It's a thumbs up for me. So our fourth moment from the episode was it was kind of like a Barry Patty team up. I thought it was going to be done a lot differently, but I mean, it got a thumbs up for me. It was really good, and I really liked how the whole we got to see a little bit of Patty's backstory, and it was like not just her backstory, it was like her dark past, which was really interesting to me, and I thought they played it very well. And she was pretty reckless, but I mean, who hasn't been reckless in either of the shows and just anything really? I mean, it's just really cool to see that like different dynamic from her because she's like this all happy, bubbly person, and it turns out she's got like a little dark side, and I really liked it, and I really like how she had the heart to heart with the Flash, kind of, and really little did she know it was her boyfriend.
Yeah, I also like really liked the scene. You know, it's always good to get a character's backstory of why they're doing what they're doing, and you know, she wants to kill. Uh, it's Mark Martin, I'm pretty sure, and Martin or whatever, doesn't really matter. She wants to kill him because you know he killed her dad, but when we find out more about her backstory, she feels that she killed him, and I mean, that's like neither here nor there because I mean everybody's gonna blame themselves for something that they usually do if someone else does it and ends up getting hurt. So like you can really connect to that and like it made sense of why she blamed herself. And so I really liked their, you know, little team up, how Barry was able to talk her off of the edge. But I was really disappointed that Barry didn't tell her he was the Flash. I mean, you're sitting there, you've heard the story once, she decides that she's going to tell you again. Why don't you just she's telling you her deepest darkest secret, why don't you tell her yours? I mean, I could go on and on about that, just like the Iris scene, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I really like their team up, but I wish he would have told her that he was the Flash. So our fifth moment for the episode is finally we get to see Wally West. They teased him in like the second or third episode, and then again in this episode, and as the time went on, I was like, they're not going to show him again. Like, we're going to have to wait till at least January to see him. And then he shows up at the door. And I was honestly kind of ticked off over the summer, like when we found out who was playing him. I really thought that they were going to get a ginger kid because that's Wally West, and like you know things. The point is I saw Wally West as like a ginger, and not seeing him on you know the first live action of Wally West as a ginger, kind of like made me upset. But when I saw him on screen, every doubt that I had just completely like vanquished as he you know they opened the door and saw him. It just seeing him, it was crazy, and like the way that Joe and Iris reacted, like they both knew who he was, and you know they were like come in, like they haven't I don't know if he's like 16 18 whatever, but they've never seen like someone who's part of their family, and to see them react the way that they did, I got chills once again. It was just crazy, and I can't wait to see more of Wally West because when his face showed up on the screen, he stole the complete scene from like the end of the episode, and it was crazy. Like I can't wait to see more of the Wally West that I was upset about when he got casted.
So this scene got a huge thumbs up for me as well. I really loved Wally like coming in like it was kind of like it wasn't a cliffhanger because they do shittiest promotional things on these shows. They give the biggest plot twist of the episode in the promos. It's like what the hell? If nobody knew Wally, like they didn't show those pictures, I don't know if anybody would have known like Wally West would have been coming at the end of the episode. Sure, they talked about Wally and he told him, but like who would have thought? They would have thought it was Wells, kind of like Barry said. Huge thumbs up for me. It was great, and I'm so excited to see Wally like transition into Wally. It's pretty incredible, and when he said he was a ginger, apparently they're dyeing his hair like a bleached orange or something. Like, I've seen pictures of it, and that's pretty cool that they're doing that. I'm huge thumbs up that they're doing that.
So overall, I thought that this episode 2 was the best of the season. Like, typically on these shows, the mid-season finale and the season finales are the best. But the Zoom episode where Barry fought Zoom is still close to being one of the best episodes of The Flash ever. But this passed it just because you've got Mark Hamill, you had the intense scene by Iris, and you had the backstory to Patty, and you had Wally West at the end of it. That's just like too many things to overlook. So this gets the nod of the best episode of the season, so I guess it would be the best episode of The Flash as well. I really liked it. It gets about a 98 for me, so that was my thoughts.
I really love this episode. First off, as you can probably tell, I'm a huge Christmas nerd. He just has shirts. I'm like Buddy the freaking Elf, and so just to see that they incorporated a bunch of my favorite things, Mark Hamill, The Flash, and Christmas, I was set. And they threw Shade at Arrow at the beginning of the episode, and I just loved that. So, but I mean, it's up there for one of my favorite episodes. I really loved it, and then Iris decorating the tree. I mean, what a beautiful sight. It was just such a great episode. I can't really harp on that enough. It's an A++ for me, and it just got me really excited for the back half of the season.
So we'd like to thank you guys for watching.
Acting seriously to one another.
Hit the like button, comment down below on what you guys thought of the mid-season finale, and subscribe for more videos. This has been Marvel DC Bros, signing out.